Part 2 of the box review, I'm giving you deep dives and quick overviews, plus gameplay and deck lists. Everything I have not covered in this video was covered in the other video.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at him. Let's go.
Mecha Phantom Beast Dracossack. This card is insane. We have no good rank 7 exceeds, but now we do. And this is possibly the best exceed in all of existence. This was the best, most impactful generic exceed that any deck with level 7s could make. If we look at the proof, according to Yu-Gi-Oh! Top Decks, 163 top decks used this card back in June 2013. That's when I played a lot. I stopped playing TCG around 2014. This is a big, big card. Also, it was so expensive. We needed 2 to 3 in our extra deck. It was $130 to $150. I could not believe it, but I needed it. The quick overview of Dracossack is can't be destroyed, destroys a card every turn, and it summons tokens that you could synchro with, tribute with, play around with, do whatever you want with. Now, if we deep dive into the card itself, it's 2 level 7s. You detach a material as a spell speed 1 ignition effect, so it could be floodgated to summon 2 tokens. It cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect while you control a token. You could tribute itself for a token to destroy anything on the field. Now the downside is it cannot attack if it destroys a card. Another downside that I'm thinking about a lot right now, and I've been thinking about this, is you only have 3 monster slots. So if you activate the effect once, you fill up your entire field, and let's say you detach a material to pop a card by next turn, you can't activate its effect to summon 2 more tokens next turn, because now you're going to have 2 of your spots filled, 1 open. You can't summon just 1 token, you must summon 2. What's the best way to make a Dracossack? Well, popular level 7 monsters, Nastin, Elemental Hero Neos, Cosmo Brain Fortress, Dark Magician, all of these cards. Now, what are combos to actually make it? We know the popular level 7s. Navigation. Summon 2 level 7s from the deck. One from the hand, one from the deck. A Dark Magician, a Dark Illusion. Overlay, you got a Dracossack. Otherwise, Red Eyes could churn out a bunch of Dracosacks. Using Red Eyes Fusion, you're not going to be able to summon it that turn, though. Red Eyes Insights, dump a Red Eyes from the deck to the grave. Resummon them with the Return of the Red Eyes or the Red Eyes Spirit, then make your Dracossack. You could also make it with Megaloteus, lead the special summon. With Channeler, you could discard a Harpy to summon a pet dragon from the deck, make your Dracossack. Typhon and the Dragon King could be special summoned to then make it. You could also make it with the Statue of the Anguish Pattern, which is a level 7 trap monster. Now, a little bit of a spoiler, we're going to talk about this card more later in the review, but Fog King can be normal summoned without tributing, and it's a level 7, so that could be a good way. If you could special summon a monster, level dupe your Fog King onto that monster, then normal summon without tributing, make your Dracossack. Let's talk about the new exceeds. Digusto Emerald. It is 2 level 4s, anyone can make this. It recycles 3 monsters back in the deck, and then you draw 1. Or you could special summon a non-effect monster from your graveyard. I never really used this effect in the TCG. What decks do you wish to recycle in? This is a big deal. This should not be overlooked. It is great that you get to draw 1, but any slow deck that recycles their monsters, that's going to be a huge headache for your opponent. Imagine you get through a Veil. You get through another Veil. You get through a Sphere Kribo. They drop a 3rd Veil on you. They keep blocking your damage, regaining life points. But then, with that final Veil they summoned, they then summon another level 4, make a Digusto Emerald, detach the Veil, return the 3 Veils you dealt with back into the deck. That is devastating. Oh my, I am fearing this card being used in stall decks, especially battling Boxer Veil. How about Window? In a non-Ritual Beast deck, you get through a window, you get through the other window, you get through the 3rd window. That 3rd window could help make a Digusto Emerald, return, detach the window, return the 3 windows back into the deck. You know what I noticed with the stick and chairs? Mid to late game, they run out of chairs. Well, if you make a Digusto Emerald, which you can't do with the chair, but you could do with level tuning with your other Dark Lords, you could return the chairs in the graveyard back on the deck, then you could follow up on another turn with the Scepter and the chair combo again. Sometimes in Star Lords, you are forced to discard your Desire or your Amdusk to get the effect of your yugioh to draw 2. Well, recycle them back on the deck. I've been told, I haven't played Fire Kings much lately, but if you have all your Arvatos in the graveyard, you want to recycle them, recycle, return, back on the deck. Teller Knights, you don't have to rely on Sirius anymore. Return them back on the deck. Recycle good hand traps like Lancia and DD Crow back on the deck. Right now, we have to play cards like Transmigration Prophecy, Jar of Avarice, where now you could just naturally, taking up an extra deck spot, make your Emerald, and return your monsters back on the deck. Get ready for a crazy Exceed. Lucky Straight number 7. It's 3 level 7s. Now you may be thinking that's impossible. How are you going to get 3 level 7s? Well, with the skill elements unite, you can get triple Gate Guardian pieces on the field turn 1 and make it right away. So what you do with this card is you detach a material, you roll 2 dice, and you become times 700 attack by the highest roll. So if you roll a 5, you're 3,500 attack. You roll a 6, you are 4,200 attack. On average, you're looking at about 2,100 attack, but the effect is not once per turn. You have 3 materials, you got 3 tries. Keep detaching until you are a high enough attack, until you reach that 3,500, the 4,200. Or an even better effect is, if you get lucky with your 2 dice rolls, combined they equal 7, which is a 42% chance. If you are trying to roll for the 7 by detaching for 3 times for the 7, that's what makes it a 42% chance. What happens when you roll that lucky 7? You get to choose one of 3 effects. You could send all other cards on the field to the graveyard besides itself, or you could special summon a monster from your hand or either player's graveyard, or you could draw 3, discard 2. So I tried it just once, by detaching 3 times to see if we could roll 7. Roll number 1, 8. Roll number 2, 11. Roll number 3, on the 3rd and final effect activation, we rolled a 7. So on the first try, we did it. Now let's talk about other super rare and ultra rare cards, plus secret gems if there are any. The Fog King, we talked about this. Normal summon, it will be 0 attack, but it's level 7. Now it has this extra effect. Neither player can perform attributes while it's face up on the field. So what's good about this card is you could use it for a rank 7 Exceed, maybe use for a Synchro, you tell me. You could special summon the Unknown Synchron, then normal summon the Fog King, make a level 8 Synchro. Now if you do tribute a monster, you'll gain attack equal to the monster you tributed, and you could tribute 1 monster to get this on the field. So the fact that neither player can tribute while this is face up, that counters all of these cards. These cards cannot activate their effects. The Blue-Eye Spirit Dragon cannot tribute itself to summon an extra deck Azure Eyes. You can't Econ Take, you can't Fish Depth Charge, you can't Ballista Squad, you can't Luna Light Cat Dancer tribute to attack everything on the field. You can't even tribute itself or a token to pop a card in the field with the Dracossack. Here's some combos with the Fog King. Level Duplication, special summon any of these monsters, then make their level 7 by revealing Fog King, then normal summon the Fog King, and you have a rank 7 Exceed. Dracossack right away, let's go. Now we have Spiritual Wind Art Miyabi. This card is better than Ballista Squad. You tribute a wind to place any card on the field to the bottom of the deck. Instead of destroying, you return to the deck. That is insane, but you must tribute a wind. What wind monsters can you expect to use this with? Well, Dracossack or its tokens, Here are popular wind monsters. I'm sure something will pop up for you that you're using or you like. Weather Painters, Ritual Beast, Kiteroid. And that is my box review. Stay tuned for part 2, part 3, Harpy review, whatever we haven't reviewed in this video. It will be in the next video. Thank you, fools.